Do. What's up, creators? It's your boy, Mad Mike, and on today's episode, we're going to be restoring these bent up and damaged sill plates for the 1974 Plymouth Cuda project that's behind me. So let's just get into it and start refurbishing these.
If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. Ha! Dare to be you. This world is just a canvas to our imagination. Turn a figment of your mind into creation.
We're basically gonna turn these into these. Not bad. A little bit of elbow grease, a little bit of hammering and dollying, and we'll transform those old damaged sill plates into something that looks half decent. I'll grab these sill plates and show you guys where they go on the Cuda. If you're new to the Mopar world, this is my 1974 Plymouth Cuda project. These will fit the Dodge Challengers and I believe any of the E-bodies. So let me just open up the door here awkwardly with one hand and I'll show you guys where these go. All right, looking at your door opening on the Cuda, you got your lower rocker down there and that's where these will go. The story behind those sill plates was when I went to go pick up the Cuda shell. If you're new to the channel as well, I started off with just the shell, no doors, no hood, nothing. And we've been 3 months into this project and we got a roller with a front end, trunk, spoiler, wheels, rear end, you name it. But when I picked up the shell off the nice gentleman, he had a bunch of junk sitting out in the forest. When he gives a tour of his property, I got some spare doors that I'm using for patch panels and whatnot. But as I was rummaging through the junk, I saw these kind of bent up pieces of aluminum and I was like, huh, those look familiar. And I knew exactly where they went. They go right here on the Cudas. So I asked him if I could have them. He said, sure, they're no good to me. If you want them, you can have them. And I'm a fabricator. And I looked at these and I said, hey, a little bit of elbow grease, I can turn them into these. And this one here looked like this last night. So today I'm going to show you the process on how I went from this to that. So this is where the sill plates go. And you can see just, you know, obviously they're not bolted down, but just how nice those look. From turning that into this, it took me, I don't know, maybe an hour to do it, and they turned out awesome. So that's where they go on the car. So enough jibber jabbering, let's just grab these, go over to the workbench, and I'll show you the whole process and how I transform these. What do you guys think of that fiberglass front clip on the Cuda? You think I should run it? I got the lower pieces that go down here too, or do you think I should run a full steel front end? I do have metal fenders, chrome bumper, valence panels, I got the grill, and I got a rally hood. So comment below if you guys think I should run all the steel front end or if I should run this fiberglass kind of drag style front clip. Alrighty guys and girls, I got my little GoPro chest mount on today. It might be a little bit easier to get some shots for you guys while I'm working with these. It's very hands-on. So basically I'll turn this on and it'll be a little bit different content for you guys. And I'll just show you step by step how I do this. GoPro, start recording. Yeah. All right. Don't know what kind of angle is gonna work best. Working with my hands, yeah. Looks pretty decent. Red light's blinking. All right, I don't wanna have to redo this. There's only one shot. I think it's recording. So the first thing I want to do is we're gonna get all these little kind of kinks that are inside the panel bent back straight. You can just see how warped that panel is. We want it to sit flat like this one here. This thing is pretty wrinkled up. It's pretty bad. A lot of people would look at that and say that this is too far gone, but I think this thing's easily restorable. Let's go ahead. We'll start getting all the kinks out first, trying to get it flat, and then from there, we'll start the polishing and sanding process. So here we go. The tools we're going to be using today are some hammers, a mallet, a harder hammer. If you have body hammers, even better. Got some scrap pieces of like steel that I can kind of get inside these cracks and whatnot. A piece of round bar actually is perfect for this front edge right here. You can see that, just hammering that down, getting rid of all these kinks here. So just some random pieces of steel And then just some pliers. Different size pliers come in really handy to be able to get the kinks out. And then we're gonna use some wire brushes. We got some sandpaper and some Scotch-Brite. This stuff here actually works amazing to really polish this stuff up. As well, to get some of the heavier grit and grime off, we got a wire wheel. All right, enough jibber jabbering. Let's just start straightening these suckers out. So, I want to get the bigger kinks out first. So let's just start grabbing some. Let's just start grabbing some pliers here and see what we can do here. Force with the hands. See if we can beat that into submission. So you can see it's starting to get a little bit more flat, which is good. It's starting to get the bend out. And it's starting to take shape. What I want to do next, we'll grab our flat bar and we'll start punching this angle down. That way it's nice and flat. So we'll grab this, we'll grab that, we'll grab this, go over here. This bench is a little bit harder. And the lighting's a little bit better over here. So, you can see how this has got some big bumps kind of right in here. Well, I want to try to get rid of all those, straighten that out. So I'm going to take this, and basically start pounding on that, getting rid of those bumps. No! I just spilled my coffee. I need that. It's minus 30 out here in Canada. You don't believe me? Check this out. Pretty dark outside. Yeah, she's cold. All right, get that coffee into us here. Oh, well, that was a loss. Chug that. Let's just go to the door and do a little test fit on the Cuda, see how it fits. Okay, we're getting somewhere. It's a lot more flat now, got rid of a lot of the kinks, which is good. So let's do this round edge here with that piece of round bar that I have and see if we can straighten that out. And we will essentially slide this underneath that round edge. And you guys can probably see just the variances and heights and whatnot and the deviations. So by putting that piece of round bar underneath there, it's almost got the same radius as that lip. I can take my mallet and just start smoothing that out. That's really starting to take shape now. Excited about that. It's starting to sit a lot more flat. It's starting to match up with the other one that we finished yesterday. Come over here. We are making some really good progress on these door sills for the Cuda. This is the one that I refurbished yesterday. And you can start to see just how straight we're starting to get the one that was all bent up. Now that this is all straight, we'll start the polishing and sanding process to be able to bring this from like this dull aluminum, dirty aluminum, to what will look like this. But yeah, now that this is getting pretty straight, we will start the polishing and sanding process. And as always, guys, safety first. Put on that spectacles. Leave a comment below, guys, if you're enjoying this POV style content. It's a lot easier to work with my hands and do video at the same time. When I'm using my camera, it takes forever to set it down and get a shot done and move the camera and do work. So if you're enjoying the content with the POV stuff, let me know and I'll wear it more often and wrench on the car. Comment below. Because this wire wheel is pretty aggressive, I'm gonna grab my drill. I'm gonna grab 2 screws and we are going to mount this right to the table. So now that we are all fastened down to the table, we can grab our wire wheel and just start sanding it. This is the first half. We just used the wire wheel. Just wipe that down and you guys can see the difference. So this is what we started with, and just after the wire wheel, this is the look we're getting. Oakley dokley. We'll grab our 180 and we'll start scuffing the entire door sill. You can already start to see all the heavy lines that the wire wheel put in going away. And once we go to the next stage, which is 320, it'll get better and better. So I won't bore you guys with all the hand movements. I'll just finish this up and I'll show you the results. Bam, just like that, 180 grit is complete. After the wire wheel, that is the second stage. Now we're gonna jump to the 320, but you guys can see just how shiny the metal or the aluminum is starting to get. Yes, you will get dirty. Don't breathe this crap in. It is pretty nasty on your lungs. So let's go to the 320. I won't bore you guys with the sanding process of that. I'll just show you the results and then we can finally go to the Scotch-Brite, and that's when you'll really start to see some differences. Again, I'm not expecting these things to come out perfect. I kind of like the little imperfections. These are off of, you know, what, 1974 car. So these things have been kicked around, beat up. They got a lot of stories to tell. I could make them perfect if I really wanted to, but I'm just trying to do this quickly to show you guys how you can turn something that looks shitty into something that looks nice. Also guys, you can do the same entire process on trim, window moldings, anything that's aluminum that you just want to kind of polish up and get rid of the old oxidization. So just do the same process I'm doing here to whatever you have, and I know it might not be the right process, but it works. If you guys have a better way of doing something, by all means, make a video, post it to YouTube, because I'd love to watch it and learn something new myself. But this works for me. I've done it on a lot of different things, like I said, trim, window molding, etc. So just do the same process to that stuff and you'll get good results. Okay, so this is 320 grit sandpaper, guys. I'm just gonna quickly buzz this and then I'll show you guys the results. You could use 400, 600, I don't care. Just something that's gonna get rid of the heavier scratches. Okay, so we're done with the 320 grit. I don't know if you guys can see that on camera or not though, but let me just wipe this down. We are starting to get rid of more of the scratches at the 180 left, and it's starting to look shinier and shinier with each step here. Do. Time for the Scotch-Brite. Let's get after it. Sand, sand, sand. Elbow grease. Wax on. Wax off. Wax on. Wax off. Sand, sand, sand. Well, after 24 million years of me sanding this friggin' thing, it's starting to come out pretty good, guys. Check out the results of that. That's after the Scotch-Brite. It's almost looking like chrome now. That stuff does an awesome job to really polish it up. So you could stop there, but our secret ingredient, this something Sol metal polish, works amazing. We're gonna go ahead and just rub it around in circular patterns, back and forth, and then wipe it off with a clean rag, and we're all done. Again, they're not perfect, they're not amazingly dent-free, but I don't care. I love the patina and the stories behind these, and I think that they look amazing from what we started off with. So let's go ahead, grab our rubbing compound, put it on a little rag, and we'll start doing some circular patterns, then wipe it off, and I'll show you guys the results. Clean rag here, and we are ready to rub off all the residue from the metal polish. Let's see how it looks. So I'm talking about, again, you can repeat this process and you'll get even better results, but I'm happy with that kind of dull chromy look. Good enough for me. Check that out, guys. Wicked. Do. We are all done. Let's go have a quick look-see how it looks on the car, but I am pretty happy with those results. I don't know if you guys remember what it looked like at the start. I'll post a photo here. I think we came a long way with both these sill plates. Let's just go have a quick peek on how it looks in the car. Do-do-do. Doodly-doo. Damn. Alrighty. Go something like that. And it'll look something like that, guys. There you have it. Refurbished sill plate. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next time. Ciao, ciao.